Alright, hello guys, and welcome to BAM Origins. I'm Bryce.
And I'm Marcus.
And basically in this video, what we're going to be doing is breaking down a lot of the things you guys probably saw in the Monday night E3 conferences. So if you actually haven't seen them, then there are going to be a ton of spoilers. So if you just want to hear a summary, then stay tuned. But if you want to see it for yourself, go find a live stream. I recommend IGN. That's where me and Marcus got most of this stuff. So yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna start by talking with the Xbox One, since that's what went first in the whole conference deal. And I gotta say, I was pretty disappointed with the Xbox One after seeing Sony's press conference. But anyways, the Xbox One has had some pretty bad problems in the past month, because they had their other conference like a month ago or something like that, and they had the always on feature, which everyone was like mad about that, and they still kept it for some reason, even though they know everyone was disappointed with it. So what do you think about this, Bryce?
Well, I think that they do have a lot of problems that a lot of people are hating on, but it's definitely too late for them to go back and fix, because if they go back and fix something that the PlayStation got right or possibly got wrong, or both of them got wrong, then they're going to look dumb. They're going to look like they had no idea what they were doing when building this console, and that they didn't take any of the community into example. And if you have watched the press conferences, like I said, we are going to be giving away spoilers. So, to be honest, the Xbox does have a lot of things that are disappointing to the community of gaming, such as like the always on feature was one. You always need to be connected to the internet to be able to play. Even if it's a game that doesn't have multiplayer, you have to be connected to the internet just basically for your Xbox to work.
There's the used games where you can't use used games anymore, which Sony, they're like, idiots, we're gonna make used games because they saw what they did, and they're like, we know what to do. And with that price for the Xbox One, $500, I mean, the PS3 was $600 when it first came out. I mean, that's ridiculous, but I'm glad that they stepped down $200 to the $400 for the PlayStation 4, which I'm very glad about that they've brought the price down, because, $600 is a lot of money.
Yeah, especially to teenagers like us. And especially since I'm probably going to have to buy the system myself. So I'm really glad that I don't have to save up quite as much money.
Yeah, you don't have to save $500. You get $400. But let's get into some of the games that we saw, the bigger titles that we saw and that we thought were very interesting. We aren't going to talk about all the games we saw. We are going to talk about the ones that we thought were very interesting
or might interest you guys, which are most of the bigger titles.
Oh, and also the Xbox One has the Kinect built into it now, and I do not like that. I feel like something's always watching you, and how it's talking, you talk to it, like I do not like that whatsoever. I just think it's kind of creepy. I know it sounds weird, but I just think it's creepy how it, like, say you walk in the house and you say something and your Xbox is on, and it'll be like, what'd you say? Or something, it'll just be weird.
True. Fair enough.
Okay. Alright, let's talk about the games.
Alright, so the first game on the list is the new Halo game that was announced.
They don't have a name for you. It's just at the end they showed a Spartan. That's what they call it. I'm not a big Xbox fan. But they showed the Spartan or whatever, and there's like some weird sand monster or whatever, and I was like, the trailer's always good, but I feel like the game never lives up to the trailer. Like for Halo 4, when I saw that trailer, I was like, dang, this one's going to be really good. And then I played like some of it, and I was like, what is this? What is
this shit? Get out of here. I actually didn't play Halo 4, and I actually really wanted to, but I guess shit happens. And I actually didn't get to see the new Halo trailer. I actually didn't see a lot of the press conferences, but I saw most of what we're going to talk about, which is another reason why we eliminated some of them, is because I didn't see all of them.
Yeah, and I didn't see the very beginning. I missed a majority of it, but I heard that about the new Halo, so I was like, oh, that's cool, so I looked it up.
Alright, and then Quantum Break is the next thing.
And this game, it looks really realistic. It's kind of a detective game, and it's like freezes time, and he, like, I don't know, he can look at the crime scene as it's happening. Like,
Like Sherlock Holmes or something?
Yeah, kind of like that. But there was an explosion, and then he froze time, and then he was like moving pieces of glass in midair, and he like took the chick and moved her out of the way of the explosion and practically saved her. And I gotta say, those graphics looked really good for Xbox, because I know Xbox has good graphics and stuff, but I've never seen a game that actually looked that good on the Xbox. You know?
I think they look basically the same between the two systems. To the naked eye, there may be differences, but not really that a human eye can detect. PC, on the other hand, can run games at much higher frame rates and everything, so games definitely always look better on PC.
Alright, and so now we're going to talk about Forza 5. I mean, Forza is very realistic. It looks very realistic, and Forza 5 didn't let down. I mean, this looks crazy. It looks so real. Like the cars, everything.
Yeah, I actually didn't see this one either, but I have seen some past Forza games, and the graphics always look good. And I actually don't think I've ever played one, but I don't think that they really live up to racing games and the expectations that people put into these games, because I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I've never played one, so I don't know very many aspects of it. But it seems to be a lot less of a seller than games like Need for Speed and other things.
Yeah, I mean, I've liked Need for Speed, but recently I've got into Midnight Club. But I've played Forza a couple times. I played the most recent one whenever it's like set in Colorado, I think. I forgot. But it seemed very realistic, and it was very good.
Xbox release model.
Yeah, I don't know. I liked what the Xbox looked like, but I didn't like. I don't know. It was very plain. There was nothing really unique to it. The only thing that it was practically the Xbox, the new Xbox, but the Xbox 360, but with the Kinect built into it,
and with all the upgraded hardware. Basically, it just looks like a black box with a start power button.
Yeah, I feel like I'd put my shoes in there or something.
Yeah, like they could have done a lot more design-wise to make it really much more attractive to the eye.
Yeah, like I don't know. You're gonna be sitting there. It's gonna be sitting there for however long till like the Xbox whatever or the PlayStation 5. So you want it to look very appealing, you know. You don't want it to be like a grotesque, like
ugly black break in the middle of your living room.
Yeah, you don't want that. All right, but whatever you guys thought of what we've said about the Xbox down below, you can talk about it down below. But Please. We're still talking about games about the Xbox, but we're just talking about what we've felt about the design and what you think about the design. Be sure to put it down below.
And what we think about everything is basically an opinion. We are summarizing everything before we give our opinions, so that's basically what I'm hoping you're here for. If you don't want to hear our opinion, then I don't know what to tell you, because that's just the way we're gonna do things. So it makes the video
like our opinions, just don't watch or something.
Yeah, I guess it just makes the video that much more interesting to kind of hear what other people think, and we want to hear what you guys think as well. So definitely leave some comments, even if you disagree with us. Just don't be quite as hostile as you might want to be. So
all right, so Metal Gear Solid 5. Number 4 was a big release for PlayStation, wasn't it?
Yeah, which is why I was surprised that it was actually in the Microsoft press conference, because Metal Gear Solid 4, I'm pretty sure, was a release title for the PS3, and it was a really good game. I actually played it myself, which was my first Metal Gear Solid game, and I had a ton of fun with it, actually. Even after I beat it, I went back and played multiple levels and just tried to unlock things with my friends, and yeah, it's just a good time. So it's cool that the Xbox is kind of taking that game, I guess. I think it's still gonna be on the PlayStation. Did you hear anything about that?
I think it was, but I wasn't for sure. I didn't really know.
Yeah, just because Microsoft announces a game doesn't necessarily mean it's an exclusive, unless they say it's an exclusive. Which I don't see Metal Gear Solid being an exclusive to either system.
Neither.
But especially since it was in the Microsoft conference, because if anything, I see it as more of a PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah, I mean, Metal Gear Solid started on PlayStation. I played the second one, but that's the only one I played, and that was a really long time ago when I played the second one. But I still had a lot of fun with it, and from what it's evolved into is crazy. Like the graphics, the story, it's just awesome. I was actually surprised it lasted that long because whenever I first played, I was like, it's kind of weird, but I actually ended up liking it, and I'm surprised the series still going. And I actually liked that the series still going. The Metal Gear Solid, was it Rising with Raiden?
Raiden.
Yeah, that one was really fun. I actually played the demo for that. I didn't buy it though.
He's one of my favorite characters from Metal Gear Solid 4.
And then Insomniac, the creators of Ratchet and Clank, who have been faithful to PlayStation all these years, are working with Xbox on this new game called Sunset Overdrive, which it had the feel of Ratchet and Clank, but it's still cartoony and it's still like lovable and all this. But I thought it was funny whenever he shot the gun, like he would shoot it and it said like bam or pow whenever he shot him. And it's like it was just funny. I thought it was.
Yeah, and if you're wondering, the Xbox is set to release quote unquote holiday of this year.
But people are saying maybe November.
Hopefully November, which will give it a release date probably around the same time as the new Call of Duty. So if you're a Call of Duty fan, you might want to save up for the new consoles. So.
Yeah, also, well, it'll probably be on both. But
yeah,
anyways, they put Battlefield and Call of Duty, they have the early DLC things for both now. So
Xbox?
Yeah, Xbox has the early for Battlefield and Call of Duty. But from looking at Destiny, it looks like they're just gonna knock both of those out of the water. Same with Halo, even though Halo is the people that made Halo are making Destiny. Either way, they're making money. Same with the Activision
and Bungie are making a game called Destiny. If you haven't heard.
And it's kind of more Halo-ish, if I would say, because it's more futuristic, and there's, like, I don't know, aliens and stuff.
What seem to be aliens.
Yeah, whatever they were. It could be just, like, an alternate universe where humans never existed or something. I haven't looked up a lot about it, but it looks very interesting. I mean, I don't really like first-person shooters a lot, but this might be a first-person shooter I actually like.
Yeah, the way I described it was more of, like, a Halo with, like, the futuristic guns and the enemies and stuff. With more of a Call of Duty feel because in my opinion, Halo doesn't play quite as smooth as Call of Duty, and I have played them both. So I feel like Call of Duty, when you like want to turn, not so much Black Ops 2, but maybe Modern Warfare 3, even though it was a bad game, the controls were really smooth in that game, and it runs really smoothly. So when you like aim in, and it actually shows you aim in instead of just snapping straight to the iron sights or whatever. I felt like it had that Call of Duty smoothness to it, which is something that I think is awesome because it's a game that will probably, hopefully, finally take Call of Duty off of its throne. And even though Activision and Bungie will both be making a profit, whether or not Halo, Destiny, or Call of Duty is the next big shooter, something needs to knock Call of Duty out. So.
Yeah, I mean, Call of Duty's been around for too long. I mean, for each like console, there's always been like an overruling like shooter. Mm-hmm. Like for PlayStation 3 and Xbox, it was Halo. I mean, not Halo.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty, of course.
For original Xbox,
it was Halo.
It was Halo.
Yeah. So.
And before that, I don't know.
I don't know.
SOCOM or something.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Yeah, but the Xbox conference was decent. I was expecting a little bit more of it, but it was still very good.
Yeah, it was pretty good overall, I guess. They could have been a lot more exciting and could have shown off a lot more big things. One of the things that I think cut down from it in comparison to Sony was that they had already shown off their system that was coming out, whereas Sony got the element of surprise. They could blow everyone away with the new system at E3.
Yeah, I was saying, like, what if it was like a ball floating in the middle of the room that was shooting lasers? That'd be awesome. But no, I was actually happy what it looked like. But anyways, EA had some pretty good games that were announced, such as Plants vs. Zombies 2. I mean, the first one, it was like more or less 2D, and it was practically more or less for handhelds and all that.
Gaming.
And this new one, it's like third person, and it's practically a shooter. It actually made me like Plants vs Zombies. Like I never really liked it too much, but it looks very interesting and awesome.
Yeah, I played the original Plants vs Zombies a little bit, like at school when I was bored, and it was kind of fun. The demo was, anyways, because I never wanted to pay for the full version. But I again didn't see the demo for Plants vs Zombies 2, but it definitely seems interesting.
Yeah, there was gameplay for it too. But now just a month ago or so, there's a new brand or title or company, whatever you would say, that are making just exclusive Star Wars games, which I was very excited to see because I'm a big Star Wars nerd fan, whatever you want to say. But they announced Battlefront 3, which I've been waiting for since Battlefront 2. That was like one of my favorite games to play with my brother, and it was just like literally the funnest game, one of the funnest games I've ever played.
Yeah, I played Battlefront 2 actually way back when, and I had a lot of fun with that with my friends. And just imagine with multiplayer online and stuff, capabilities of today, it'll be so much fun.
Well, Battlefront 2 was online for the PlayStation 2, but no one really played it because no one was really onto the online. But now that people know about it, I saw people play online Battlefront 2. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, and then EA also announced a whole bunch of sports games. There was UFC, FIFA, Madden, and NBA.
But who really fucking cares?
Well,
if you're a hardcore gamer, you don't really play sports games. Get the fuck out of here. I mean, FIFA was
the
popular
only
for
racing
some
game
reason.
I really play is Mario Kart.
I don't consider racing the same as a sport, especially like Need for Speed. Because
I don't know.
For,
UFC is kind of cool, but I don't like playing like basketball or football games. I mean, you can just watch it.
Watch it or go outside and fucking play
games are supposed to be like kind of unreal.
It takes you into a new element like that you could never do. Which is why, I like racing games, because you can go out and play a sport. Racing, though, you can't just street race all over LA or wherever.
Well, cops are all after you in the game, too. But.
Well, yeah, but it's still, you're not technically in trouble, and it just gives an element of fun and surrealness. Yeah.
Okay, and then they also are coming out with a new Need for Speed game. We were just talking about racing games. Need for Speed Rival, and it was like you can play online, and whenever you're playing online, people can join in also, and they can join your chase, or they can like hit cops, or you can be in a helicopter. I think you could be in a helicopter. I wasn't for sure about that because I saw a helicopter and I was like, oh, that'd be cool. You know, maybe someone can be cops online and you can chase after them and like take them out or whatever. But I didn't see. I think someone was a cop, but it's still really cool.
I don't know. I haven't really experienced a good Need for Speed game since Need for Speed Most Wanted, and I'm talking about the original one, not the shitty one on the PS3, the PS2 one. And Carbon was pretty good too, if you guys are Need for Speed fans and you played Need for Speed Carbon.
Yeah, and they're also coming out with a Need for Speed movie. I think they said spring 2014 or fall, I can't remember. But they're having, if you guys watch Breaking Bad, they have Jesse from Breaking Bad in it, which was really cool because I'm a big fan of that show. And it looks really cool. I might have to say it'll be probably the coolest video game movie I've seen in a while because video game movies aren't really that great. I mean, Tomb Raider was cool. I thought Tomb Raider was good, and
Resident Evil sucks dick.
Yeah, the first one was good, but after that they just sucked.
Resident Evil, even the games aren't even like
they need
to go back to
zombies. Till like the fourth one, and after the fourth one, I just started hating them.
It might, I mean, it might be good gameplay-wise. I haven't really played any of them. I just kind of like the story. But I definitely like the aspect of zombies and not the whole fucking virus thing. That's stupid. They're not even zombies anymore.
Yeah.
Resident Evil.
They're like tentacle monsters. It's like hentai or something.
Yeah, some weird porno. Alright. Now, for the greatest thing of all time. Dragon Age 3 Inquisition, coming out fall of 2014. I'm so excited for this game. I was a huge fan of the first two Dragon Age games. I let Marcus here borrow Dragon Age 1 and he never touched it. But I definitely have been excited for this game, especially since I beat Dragon Age 2 and I realized how lacking it was in the story. They definitely had some gameplay advantages over Dragon Age Origins. It made it a lot more interactive with the gameplay. But the story sucked. I kind of didn't... I mean, Hawk was a cool character as an idea, but he wasn't really... you didn't really get to become your own person. You had to play as Hawk. And if you did create your own character, it wasn't as in-depth of a story. So I liked being the Grey Warden. I like the idea that you are the one of the few people left that can save the world from the Blight, all that. And it looked like there are a lot of new enemies based on the trailer that I saw, so that's cool, because I'm tired of killing Darkspawn.
Yeah, I played the second one, and I beat the second one. I probably should have played the first one first, because at the end, was it Morgan that showed up?
Morgan, I think.
Yeah, and I was like, wait, who's this? I mean, I played some of the first one, and, I mean, I didn't get that far on it. I probably got like an hour, maybe an hour and a half of gameplay into it, and then I was like, man, I got something new. I think it was Uncharted 3. I can't remember, but I love Uncharted. Anyways, is that all you got to say about Dragon Age?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it. I didn't even beat the first one, but I'll probably restart it. But yeah, and then Mirror's Edge 2. Mirror's Edge was like a free running game practically at first.
And kind of a first person shooter too.
Yeah, well, you didn't really like. Did you shoot?
I
thought you just hand to hand combat.
I don't know. I think you can pick up other people's guns. I've never played it myself, but I've seen people play it, and I'm pretty sure you can pick up guns.
But I'm pretty sure this one's a prequel from the first one, because the trailer was showing her getting her tattoos like she has on her face and her arm. So I don't know. It could have just been like a flashback, or I don't know. I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't have a lot of information about Mirror's Edge.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, free running is something that's always been cool to me, but I never got the game, so...
Yeah, just play Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
No, I know. Mirror's Edge was actually really fun from what I've played of it.
Yeah.
Alright, and then Ubisoft had some decent games come out. I mean, Rayman Legends. What you know about that?
Great. No. They led off the freaking press conference with Rocksmith, which...
No one plays Rocksmith.
No one plays Rocksmith.
If anyone's gonna play anything, they're gonna play Guitar Hero Rock Band. I mean, no one's gonna want, like, maybe some people, but not a lot of people are actually gonna play the guitar. They're like, I just want my green buttons and all that.
If you want to really learn how to play the guitar,
just actually learn how to.
Yeah, you're not gonna play a game. You're gonna go actually take classes or something.
Yeah, or watch YouTube videos of people teaching you how to play. Yeah, and then they talked about Rayman Legends, but Bryce hates Rayman.
I don't necessarily hate it. I just think it's a stupid idea. Like, basically, in my perspective of gaming, Mario is the only possible platformer that is good. And I'll admit that the Rayman Legends trailer looked pretty good. They had some weird art styles, but it came together pretty well. But I think Mario, for one, has been leading the platforming industry.
That's the main reason why Nintendo's still around.
Exactly.
Like, for real. Say if, like, Nintendo was like, well, we already didn't make much money this year, we better sell Mario to Sony or something like that.
Oh, they could sell it for so much money.
Yeah, probably, like, 500 million? No, probably not that much. Maybe 50. Maybe 50 or 60. But I don't know. Nintendo, their press conference is supposed to be Tuesday?
Yeah,
Tuesday
tomorrow.
at 8 o'clock. But yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like getting up at 8 o'clock in the morning to watch. Because they haven't been too promising over the past years. And their new console's already been announced, like, back in November, whenever that was.
It's already out, too.
Yeah. It's been out since, like, November or
That's
whatever.
what I'm saying. Like, they really don't have anything new that they can bring to the table. They're going to be
besides new games. I mean, if they make, like, a good new Legend of Zelda game, I might suggest getting it, because Legend of Zelda is my jam. And Donkey Kong... And they're probably going to announce a new Smash Brothers. That's what they're probably going to do for the Wii U.
But that's all they can do. And as
they need to do something new.
Yeah, as a company that releases, one of the 3 companies that release mainstream consoles, and they don't have a console to release at E3, they don't really have anything interesting. So, for one, less people, which means less viewers, which means less sales, which means less money.
Yeah.
Which means that they're going to go bankrupt soon. And they lost so much money last year.
Yeah. Like 3 million or something.
Yeah,
like that?
it was all over the news and everything because it was so much money. Because they need to stop. This might sound bad to some people, but they need to stop being so innovative. Like, sure, cool new things, whatever. But when they don't work and don't appeal to hardcore gamers, you're not gonna make sales. It doesn't matter how cool or technologically advanced your stuff is, because if no one wants to play your games the way that you're making them play them, then they're going to stick to the consoles that are going to let them play it the way they want to be played.
Yeah.
and it's not going to do as well.
I swear the Wii U has not had a game out for like ever.
True story.
It's crazy. I guess I'll talk.
All right, but yeah. Anyways, so Mighty Quest. I think it's an MMO, and it's for the PC. It looked relatively good. The graphics looked a lot like
Team Fortress 2.
Team Fortress 2. And
Valve make sequels to stuff. The third installment, like Left 4 Dead, and what's that one called? Half-Life. They never make third installments. But anyways.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, they made Team Fortress?
Yeah, they never make third.
They
game.
better make it freaking Left 4 Dead.
But it's
3.
been so long. When did that come out? Like 2007?
Oh,
Anyways, but Mighty Quest for the Epic Loot. It's maybe MMO. They didn't have a lot. It looks kind of funny because at the end of it was like the guy cursing at it.
Yeah, cursing each other out.
I think it was like more. I think it's supposed to be ironic because people online do that all the time. And it was supposed to be like an online person talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It looked cool. But
interesting. I'm not exactly sure what you do in the game.
Yeah.
But the trailer was
maybe
definitely
it's a Mighty Quest for Epic Loot.
It might be.
All right, and then South Park: The Stick of Truth.
Great.
Oh my god, they were working with THQ, but then THQ got shut down, which I was like, oh no, South Park: The Stick of Truth. And then Ubisoft's like, oh well, we'll help you. And then this trailer was funny. It showed Stan's dad, Randy, and he was like, never fart on someone's nuts or something like that. It was
Never fart on someone's nuts.
It was really funny. But I think it's an RPG, kind of like the old Final Fantasies, how you have to like take turns fighting. But I don't know.
Oh, I have no idea. I just know you get to like make your own character.
Yeah, you get to.
And you're like the new kid in town or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I'm a big South Park fan, so I'll be excited to get that.
Yeah, I'll probably get that eventually.
I hope it comes out before the new console, but I'm getting the new console no matter what. But I'd rather not have to get it just for that, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah. And then there's a new racing game coming out called The Crew, which looked really cool.
And I'm actually pretty excited for it because, like I said earlier in the video, Need for Speed, there hasn't been a good one in my opinion since like PlayStation 2 days. So to see a new racing game that looks relatively similar and really good, because it seemed that you got a lot of customization within the car. The car actually changes as you like change parts like engines, tires. It changes pretty drastically, and it completely changes the way that you drive your car, which is pretty realistic. Mm-hmm. And it also looked like in the trailer that the entire United States was open to drive,
or at least a majority of it.
Yeah, the big parts. And so I'm pretty excited about that, because if they use like Google Maps or something to map out the entire United States with every single town,
that'd be crazy. That would take so long, though. Yeah. But I doubt they'd actually. It probably only did like big places like California and like New York and Florida or something like that. Texas.
But let's just say what if.
Yeah, and we already talked about the United States thing. It'd just be really cool.
Yeah.
And then
drive past your house.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But they also had The Crew. I mean, we already talked about that. What am I talking about? They also had Watch Dogs, which was, I think they talked about it last year at E3. But
yeah, Watch Dogs, it won a lot of E3 awards actually, and I've actually been excited about it since last E3 because it looks so cool and innovative as a game.
It's like futuristic Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, it's like Grand Theft Auto, but you're like the god of the streets. Yeah. You basically control all sorts of electronics. You can pull up people's profiles, like who they are and what they do, like who they work for, if they're affiliated
everyone
with games.
In that game has a life, like you were saying earlier.
Every single person in that game has some sort of background, whether it's interactive with you or not. They had to go through and make a bio for every single person.
And I bet there's some replicas, but there's like gonna be hard to find.
I doubt there's a few. They probably use like a random name generator or something just to like shoot out names and then like occupations and stuff for most people. Most people probably aren't exciting at all, but there are probably some other people that you'll scan
whether like bank fraud or something.
Yeah,
or something like that.
It'll be just interesting to see who everyone is.
Yeah, I mean,
so that's gonna be a huge game.
It's probably the most excited thing I've been like excited about by Ubisoft since probably Far Cry 3. But I wasn't even really excited about that until I watched someone play it, and I was like, damn, this game looks intense.
Yeah.
But also, I'm also excited for South Park. But Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, which Assassin's Creed, just stop. You guys are turning into the new Call of Duty. Like, for real.
What I said earlier was, the idea behind Assassin's Creed was cool.
Like the first two.
Yeah, but the fact that you brought it so far into, like, closer to present time, Templars are, like, religious, like, Templars are people who fight for their religious lands. So the fact that Templars have anything to do with assassins in the new world of, like, Boston makes absolutely no sense, because there is absolutely no religious background that has anything to do with the Templars. Like, there's all sorts of Indian stuff, and sure, they might be searching for these artifacts, but how did these artifacts even get to the New World?
Yeah, if no one's ever been there.
Yeah, how did an artifact from the Templars past, how did that orb, or whatever the hell it was, get from where the Indians live, where it's used to get into a cave in Assassin's Creed 3, to, England, where it was actually picked up or whatever? It just makes no sense. And the fact that, pirates, sure, people might have liked the boat aspect of Assassin's Creed 3.
Yeah, the naval warfare was pretty cool.
But that doesn't mean you make a whole game on it.
Yeah, one person at the headquarters was like, wow, this naval warfare is cool. They're like, making a whole nother game about it.
And in my opinion, pirates...
a pirate assassin, it's kind of a new thing, like a pirate assassin, but,
it's kind of a dumb thing.
Yeah, I know. I've never seen a pirate be assassin. They're more like, get drunk and...
fight
and have sex.
and take over boats. Yeah. Boot for looting.
Boot for looting.
Boot for looting. It just has absolutely... It doesn't make any sense, and I'm sure they will tie it in with the story to make it make sense, but I don't freaking care.
Well, I think it's Kenway's dad or grandpa. I can't remember.
I don't even care.
But, off of Black Flag, Tom Clancy has a new game coming out called The Division, which looks really cool.
And it's also an RPG MMO. And if you don't know what that means, then you should probably kill yourself. But
no, don't listen to him.
But RPG MMO means role-playing game, RPG, and then MMO means massively multiplayer online. So basically, like, games like World of Warcraft are MMOs because there's a ton of people online. So what this game looks like...
Would Call of Duty be an MMO? It was not?
It's not a huge... There's a set limit of people that can get online.
Yeah, true.
Whereas this... What it looks like, I don't know if it's the whole United States again, if it's somewhere in the world, a made-up world, I don't know. But basically what it is like a virus has spread and wiped out a whole bunch of people.
On Black Friday, apparently.
It was spread on Black Friday, which, kind of makes sense.
Yeah, because there would be a lot of people.
Yeah, in reality it makes sense, but as a game, you don't need to make sense.
Yeah, well, I'd like my games making sense.
I don't really care. Assassin's Creed, Assassin's Creed 4, like, that's a stupid idea. But the fact that they had to... be like, yeah, Black Friday is when it happens because people make so much contact. Yeah, no one needed that. You could have just said, yes,
been like
a plague.
Christmas or anything.
Yeah, something has plagued the earth, and now there's only a few people left, and everyone's hostile. And so basically, everyone has territories, and everyone's hostile. And it's like online, so you're playing against other people.
And you can play on your tablets. Like the guy at the conference was playing on the tablet, and he was in a helicopter and he was shooting.
He came in the game in a helicopter, and so you can get your friends together and you guys make a team.
Yeah, and
you'll take people.
I'm pretty sure it's like taking taking territory over, like in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, like how you could do the gang wars and you could like take over all of Los Santos. I think that's what it was called. Yeah, you could take it all over, and it could be Grove and all that.
Yeah, it's just a really cool aspect, especially the fact that it's online like that is really cool. Yeah. I don't know. And, like, it'd be interesting to see if there's, like, an overrunning, like, group of people, like, people who are superior to everyone else, and it's, like, a clan that everyone knows and is, like, afraid of when they see them or whatever. It'd just be really cool. It's something I've actually thought of, like, interesting. Like, it's something I've thought of, like, as a game aspect.
It's kind of like, surviving, like, a zombie apocalypse, how you just have to band together, and, like, kind of like, the governor in The Walking Dead, but, like, how he kind of just wants to take everything over and have everything for himself and just help his friends or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. But it'd be interesting to see how you actually communicate with other people that aren't on your quote unquote squad, and maybe make new friends and expand your team.
Yeah. Okay. And that's practically what all Ubisoft had to say about their press conference and all that. And now, what you guys actually came here for. The PlayStation 4, or Sony press conference. And, which I'm very glad with the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, for once in like a long time, PlayStation finally kicked the shit out of Xbox.
They've always been.
For the past like 10...
I don't know, I think it's been neck and neck with Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3.
I don't think so. I think Xbox was superior this generation.
Well, I mean with like online and stuff like that, but I don't know about like just exclusives and all that such, like just playing offline.
That's not what I mean though. Like, I'm not talking about the games. I'm talking about the aspects and stuff that you can do. Like,
yeah, kind
like how Xbox has like the multi-game chat, which is going to be on the PlayStation 4, which is great because I like that about Xbox, and just like their support and everything. It looks like Sony is really they really stepped their game up a lot.
Yeah,
and it looks like they're gonna dish some stuff out.
Yeah,
beat Sony or Microsoft.
The console is $100 less, $400. It's $100 less than the Xbox One. $400, which
huge thing.
Is really good because a lot of people, whenever at the press conference or whatever you want to call it, they're like, "Oh my God!" Everyone in the crowd, because they're like, "Man, $500! I just spent $500 practically on the Xbox 360."
Yeah, exactly. What it makes me think is gonna happen, like obviously Xbox can't go. Well, I guess they technically can go back on their release date price. But again, with what I was saying earlier, if they did that, then they're going to be like look kind of stupid. But I think that the Xbox is going to drop in price within the first 3 months. I'll give it 3 months for them to drop price at least $50.
Yeah,
to $450.
The PlayStation 4 had a lot of things which Xbox didn't have. I'm pretty sure they just did this to rub it in Xbox face. But you can use used games. You don't have to have the internet to play it. And what else was there?
The always on feature wasn't.
Yeah, well, that's the internet. That's the internet.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There's that, and I think there's one more thing. I can't think of it right now. But they had a lot of things, like a lot of new exclusives, just like The Last of Us, how that comes out on Friday.
Friday, yeah.
Which I'm extremely excited for because it's by NaughtyDog, and they're like one of my favorites since they've made Crash Bandicoot and Uncharted, which are two like my favorite things, favorite games of all time. And it's Joel and Ellie in a post-apocalyptic world, and it's 20 years in the future, so Joel got to live in the world before, and then Ellie was born into it. So she never got to know, like, really peace. She's always had to be fighting her entire life, which is really interesting because I've never seen anything, like, born into it to grow up. Like, spoiler alert, but in the comic book of Walking Dead, the baby got killed.
In the comic book of The Walking Dead, it died when Lori died, and obviously if you're caught up to date with The Walking Dead, again, spoiler alert, Lori's already died, so that means that it differs from the comic book already, so you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, so, I don't know.
Go back to gaming.
Yeah, sorry, I'm a nerd when it comes to Walking Dead. But, The Last of Us, I actually pre-ordered it and got the survival edition that was like $80, and it came with the art book and, and all that. But, anyways, another game that's coming out for PS3 and probably PS4. I didn't know if they are going to have it. But Beyond Two Souls, which they have Willem Dafoe and Ellen Page in it, which Willem Dafoe was in The Boondock Saints, and Ellen Page was in Juno and Inception and stuff like that. But it looks really good. It's from the creators who made Heavy Rain and Fahrenheit.
If you know that game, which you probably don't, but
it's a little older. It's for PS2, isn't it?
I have no idea. It might even just be PC.
But it was really cool, and it's something to do with like another soul, of course, two souls named Ivan, and I don't know. It looks promising. Looks like she was in the army. And then somehow ends up being a homeless person because I watched another thing, but the thing showed her as like an army person. But it looks promising and such and such.
Okay, so I'm pretty excited about those two games, and he knows a lot more about like Sony and PlayStation than me.
Because more of the fanboy. Of
Yeah,
PlayStation.
I just try to get an all around grasp of everything, whereas he goes a little more in depth about specific games and stuff. But one of the huge titles that is gonna be coming out on probably, is it both?
I think it's an exclusive, but that's very surprising.
Yeah, and it's gonna be Batman Arkham Origins, which I would think it would come out on both because Arkham City.
Other two did.
Yeah, the other two did, and Arkham City was a huge game.
Yeah, I mean it's not they're the same company as it making it.
Oh really?
Yeah, but the company before gave them the engine, so it'll look the same, and they have the same feel and all that. But the company's just not making it. But
I'm sure it'll still sell just because of the look and name of it.
But I don't know if it's gonna be exclusive because it's gonna be on the Vita. So I don't know. Yeah, they have like a little Vita mini games and the actual game and all that. But yeah, it's about what's his face, Black Mask and Deathstroke. I think that's it. Yeah, Deathstroke.
Deathstroke, when he's jacking up, he kills people.
Yeah, but I like those characters because no one really would know who they are.
Yeah, I have no idea who they are.
But the comic books, they're pretty cool. Like Deathstroke's an assassin and Black Mask's kind of a mafia guy. And I don't know, they show a Joker in it. I mean, you can't have a Batman game without the Joker.
Yeah.
Or Batman in. Well, I guess never mind. The movie, a couple movies didn't have him in it, but the games were very trusting, and I hope this one is good too.
Yeah, hopefully.
And it's supposed to come out the 25th of October.
So yeah, that's pretty cool, and
It'll probably be on both.
Yeah, I'm thinking it'll be both.
October, no, yeah, it'll probably like a little later, probably like a month or two. Maybe we might see it in December on PlayStation 4. Or Xbox, because there hasn't been a guarantee of when they're actually coming out.
Yeah.
Because holiday is November to
through like January.
Yeah.
Because December 25th is Christmas and then the New Year's. So holiday is a pretty broad term.
Yeah, like November to January.
So about 3 months. There's about a 3 month span it could possibly come out in.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess you can just take it from here.
Oh, great. All right, and then Grand Theft Auto 5.
Which is why I said you can take it from here.
Yeah, well, I love Grand Theft Auto. It's really fun and awesome. And anyways, there you get to play as 3 main characters, I hear. There's Franklin, Michael, and what's his name?
I don't know anything about Grand Theft Auto.
Franklin, Michael, and Trevor. That's his name. And it takes place back in Los Santos, and it looks very interesting because it's just cool to see it go back to where it's been. Because the most successful one was San Andreas, and it's just very cool to see it go back to Grand Theft Auto 5 and all of this. You know, it's just.
Yeah, I mean, Grand Theft Auto 5, it's a Grand Theft Auto game. It's going to be visually enhanced, and I'm sure there will be a story that I'm not going to play. I'm just going to kill people.
The stories are always good to it, though. Like, San Andreas was a really good story.
Didn't play the story. Grand Theft Auto 3, didn't play the story.
Oh, I didn't play the story to that one.
Grand Theft Auto 4,
kind of
played the story.
San Andreas and Grand Theft Auto 4 were really like good stories.
Yeah, well, I was like technically I was pretty young when I played like Grand Theft Auto 3 and San Andreas.
We were pretty young for when Grand Theft Auto 4 kind of came out. That was like we would have been like 11 or 12.
Yeah, but I think as I got older,
games got better.
Games got I don't know about better, but you get kind of more into the game because you know what's going on. Whereas like when I'm playing Grand Theft Auto 3 at the age of 7, and yes, I did play like Grand Theft Auto at the age of 7. All you really want to do is run around and kill people, and I saw that with like Call of Duty 2 because I've been playing Call of Duty since like Call of Duty 3. So I had a ton of fun with up until about Modern Warfare 2. I had fun with Black Ops, but the game you realize what's actually going on. Like as a 12-year-old, you have fun just playing by yourself, just killing people, whatever. It's fun. Do whatever. At the age I am now, the community is shit. And I know it didn't used to be, but the community for Call of Duty is shit. The game isn't as good as it used to seem. Black Ops 2 is I don't like the controls. It seems off to me. I don't know why I'm talking about Call of Duty right now.
Yeah, I don't know how you got on the call.
But, yeah.
But anyways, Grand Theft Auto 5 looks very promising. It's just going to be overall good.
And I'm sure it'll have a good story.
Yeah, all right. And then The Order 1886. It's made by Santa Monica Studios, people who made God of War. Which God
is a
of
good
War
game
was
series.
really fun because, who does not like Greek mythology? Come on.
Yeah, Greek mythology
Everyone.
is the best mythology.
Yes.
Your opinion is irrelevant.
And, the trailer was cool. It looked futuristic and old times. But
At the same time, which is a weird aspect. But if
it's kind of like Bioshock Infinite.
Yeah, exactly. Bioshock Infinite is actually a really good example. Which a huge game and a great game, actually. I just recently beat it.
You just beat it all night.
Just beat it. Dun, dun, dun. Copyright. Strikes.
Okay.
Fuck. Channel down. Great.
Okay. And then there's really not a lot that they showed to that.
Yeah.
But Drive Club, which is a new racing game that's coming to the PlayStation 4, and if you get the PlayStation 4 and you have PlayStation Plus, you get it practically for free with PlayStation Plus the first day.
Yeah. And Plus actually does carry over from PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 4, so you will have PlayStation Plus day one, and it's also on Vita or PSP or whatever you have, so...
Yeah.
You'll have PlayStation Plus, and you get a whole bunch of games, not only Drive Club. There's a whole bunch. I don't remember the names. Outlast was one of them that you get with PlayStation Plus exclusive.
Yeah.
And you also get early beta access, which is really cool. It's a cool concept because...
Like early game betas, too.
Yeah, you get early game betas. And a huge part of that for me is the Elder Scrolls Online. They mentioned that... The Elder Scrolls Online was going to be a beta on a PlayStation 3 exclusively first. It will be a beta on other platforms later. I don't know if it's going to be on Xbox, but it will definitely be on PC. And I'm excited about that because I'm a huge Elder Scrolls fan. So, that's going to be great.
And they're also putting Diablo 3.
Yeah, Diablo 3. That'll be cool, too. I might actually
I played
that.
the second one, and the second one was really fun for the computer. But I don't know. I'm not really the PC gamer.
Yeah,
I
would be.
I have a subscription to it since PlayStation Magazine.
PC gamer.
Yeah, I was like, dang it.
If I could afford a gaming PC, I would definitely be a PC gamer.
In a heartbeat. Well, I don't know.
Even I might still use like an Xbox controller to go with my PC, just because I'm not a track mouse pad person.
Yeah. All right.
But you never know.
And then Infamous Second Son, which is the third installment to the Infamous series, which I hate what they did. I wish they would just went with Cole, because at the end of the second one, spoiler alert, lightning strikes where he's dead. So, I don't know, it could have brought him back to life, or because, come on. What are the odds of that happening? Like 1 in 200,000,100,644, because that's an actual number. Lesson of the day, kids. But, anyways, I don't know. I don't really like the new character. I don't know. I would have to actually play it or see more trailers for it.
Yeah, and if you do play it, I bet you'll like it. But
yeah,
first impressions aren't always.
I always like whenever I get a game and it sucks. I'm always like, yeah, I like it, because I don't want to say I hated it because I wasted $60. And I hate when games suck. It's like, oh god, I wasted $60.
You wasted millions of dollars to make this shitty piece of crap. Yeah. Where I could do so much better if I only had the technology
like
and the know-how.
$15 in the technology.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it looked okay, but I wish they would have did the Cole route. But okay. And then Knack and Dark Sorcerer, the reason I'm pairing them together is because of the little particles, the engines that they're running on. Like Knack, I know is cartoony, and the Dark Sorcerer looks really, really real, really real.
And just the thing, the Dark Sorcerer isn't actually a game in development. It was just kind of a demo that they put together as like someone had an idea as a quick little film, quote unquote film, and so they used the power of PlayStation 4 to play this little demo reel.
Yeah, and I thought it was funny how it actually ended up being some actor.
Yeah.
You're first time acting? Yeah. Welcome to hell.
Welcome to hell, yeah.
Yeah, and then Knack, it was kind of cartoony, but I liked how the particles, not particles, but little pieces of trash or rock, whatever. It you could see every little piece, and it showed him walking, and I don't know, it's just really cool.
Yeah, I actually didn't see that, but I saw the Dark Sorcerer, and if you watch the trailer and just really pay attention to the small things, like the way the fire blows when it's
it almost looks real.
It looks really, really good, and I'm excited to see that the next gen consoles can handle such amazing detail, and it makes me wonder actually what Bethesda as a studio is going to do, and you should know who they are. Oblivion, Skyrim, The Elder Scrolls Online,
The Evil Within.
The Evil Within coming out soon.
I'm surprised they didn't talk about that.
Oh yeah, that is true. Holy crap.
Yeah, but
we'll have to see. Bethesda's always at E3.
Yeah,
so
they'll be somewhere.
Yeah, they'll have a huge booth. So we're gonna have stuff about E3 coming out all week probably. So definitely stay tuned for that. Yeah. We're not exactly done with this video, but I'm just let you guys know. And I just thought it was cool that the new systems could process all of this.
Yeah.
And it was just impressive to me.
And then just a short thing, that Outlast, it looked pretty cool. Like, what was it? Like, it was kind of like Slender, where it was like a camera and you're like walking, and then like some things just like popped out of the door and stuff. I don't know. It was just really cool, and I thought it was very interesting. And then
as I stated earlier,
that's all I really have to say about that.
Yeah, like we said earlier, you get it with PlayStation Plus.
Yeah,
pretty much for free on day one of PlayStation 4, assuming you buy it that day. So
yeah, and then the creator and finder, I think he's a finder of Square Enix, came out to talk about Final Fantasy Versus 13, and I was like, man, another year without Kingdom Hearts 3, and I'm like, they showed the trailer for Final Fantasy Versus 13, and I was like, oh, that actually looks pretty good, and he's like speaking whatever he speaks, Japanese.
Korean?
Yeah,
probably Japanese.
Yeah, probably, I don't know. But anyways, and then he's like, oh, look at this trailer. And I'm like, what? I was like, this better be Kingdom Hearts, I'll be really pissed. And then they finally did it. They showed Kingdom Hearts 3, and oh my god, I like screamed. Yeah. I mean, I was so happy to see it. I mean, I've been waiting since 2006. Or however, 2006 or 7, whenever I got it, to see and play the third installment. And I don't like how they've been doing like Nintendo DS, like 358 over 2 days and all that. But it looked really good. It almost looked like the cutscenes from like the second and first and all of them. It just looked really cool.
If you go back and play the old ones, and I actually only played part of the second one, I'd never really got into the series. But the cutscenes looked really good, even for like PlayStation 2. The gameplay, on the other hand, did not look good.
Yeah,
maybe for the day.
I was like, man, those cutscenes look good. Yeah, but yeah, back then it did look good.
Yeah, the game, I'm sure, looked perfectly fine for that day.
Okay.
And age.
Yeah, but I'm excited to see it. Hopefully they don't do a lot with Disney, but, that was like 6 years ago, so that would make me like 10 or however old.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't care. I'll play it either way.
Yeah,
I'll play it.
And that's something that really pulled me away from the series. Is Disney, because I was never like I was more of a Nickelodeon kid.
I was more Cartoon Network.
I was like, yeah, that's true too. I guess I watched a lot of Cartoon Network stuff too. I mean, but I like SpongeBob was a really big thing, and Fairly Odd Parents was
I like both
pretty
of them.
big one.
Oh no, I was never really biased on those things.
Yeah, I just watched whatever appealed to me, but Disney just wasn't.
Anymore, they just suck.
Like
but anyways, Mad Max. It was one of the last games they showed. It was really cool. It was like, it's based off the old movie.
Yeah, which I actually haven't seen, but it has the guy who plays
what's his face?
Fucking
Mel Gibson.
Yeah, Mel Gibson. I was gonna say the guy who plays Braveheart.
Yeah, and then there's like this guy in the demo. It's like a teaser, and he walks up and he's like, "Please kill me," because he's like laying there dying. And then he like looks at his gun and he sees he only has one bullet left, and he's like, "Oh," and he gets in his truck and he's like, "No, you're leaving me for dead." And then he comes back and runs him over. I was like, this is the best game ever.
Crazy,
remember I said, I was like, this guy better get ran over, I'll be pissed.
I'm playing.
And then he got ran over.
I was in the other room playing Mario because I didn't really care too much about this.
Now you just love it.
Yeah, after watching what I watched of the Sony press conference, I wish I would have watched the whole thing. But I was in there playing like Mario on my Wii, first time I've ever played it in like 10 years. And all I hear is him in here like, if he doesn't get run over, I'm going to be fucking pissed. And then he's like, oh yes, he got ran over. It's the best game ever. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
It's funny how I called it. I was like, yes. And then last but not least is Destiny.
Which we talked a little bit about earlier.
Yeah, I don't really want to talk about it a lot because this has been going for a while.
Yeah, we've been here for like 55 minutes straight.
Yeah, but Destiny, it looked really cool, and we can go back to it earlier whenever we were talking about it.
Yeah.
But it was practically just Halo with kind of
the smooth playing of Call of Duty, the frames and everything, less choppiness, and I'm excited to see it. Hopefully take Call of Duty off of its throne.
Yeah.
And yeah. So
all right. But last but not least, we're gonna talk about who we think is going to win the console war for the next gen
consoles
between PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and the Wii U. Let's just put the Wii U out of there. I mean, Wii U is cool. I like the idea of the little tablet.
Yeah, the concept is okay.
I liked that, but I don't know. They just need better things. They put Mass Effect 3 on there, which I was that's cool. But I'm not gonna get it for Mass Effect 3 because I can get it on PlayStation 3.
Yeah, and it'll play much better on PlayStation 3.
Like the only thing I probably would have got it for, and I heard it sucked, was Zombie U. And maybe I would get it for
Mario and stuff.
I'd get it for the new Smash Brothers that they're probably gonna announce. I'm not sure, but I bet they do because, I mean, it's E3.
Yeah. And Pikmin.
Yeah.
No, that was the only thing that people
liked. Their press conference is gonna be 13 minutes long.
Yeah. Last year I watched their press conference, and at the end I saw someone talk about it, and they're like, Pikmin. That's all I fucking care about. Pikmin. And I was like, never even heard of Pikmin. But congratulations.
Right. I think what it's really between is PlayStation and Xbox. And
that is what it's between.
Yes. And
Nintendo's
right now, PlayStation, in my idea, is in the lead.
Oh, good God, a train. BRB, LOL. Okay, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Great.
Trains are the best,
But anyways, like we were saying, after reviewing both press conferences and looking at... I know a lot about the specs. I don't know necessarily what everything means, but I've had it all explained to me. And basically, the way it looks is they're about equal. Like, PlayStation has things that the Xbox doesn't have, but the Xbox has things that will make up for that. So it's about equal in power. I think the PlayStation 4 is going to be a little bit faster as far as the specs go, but if you're not really going to notice that. It's basically more about the things you get with the system. And the PlayStation 4 really killed it. Like, the Xbox, again, took away used games, and what else did we say it took away?
The used games, the always-on thing, which people will not, I don't think, and then the Kinect built into it, and the Kinect has to do everything, and it's talking to you.
The voice
you
thing.
just want to be paranoid. If you're a crackhead, you're not going to like that.
You're going to be like, what the fuck is going on? And all of our viewers, all 8 subscribers of ours, are crackheads. So. No, but definitely, I think the PlayStation is going to win this one, and don't worry, I'm not even biased. Like Marcus said, he is a pretty big fanboy of PlayStation, but I have them both, and I play my Xbox actually much, much more than I play my PlayStation 3 at this point. But so I'm not biased towards either one. If anything, I would be biased towards Xbox at this point. But I think PlayStation 4 is going to win it. I think it's going to be a better choice for me as a gamer to pick. If you want an all-around entertainment system, sit there. Like, for a family, I either go with Nintendo, which you probably don't want to do because then you can't play as many games as a gamer.
Or Xbox.
Yeah, or Xbox.
Because they have the TV thing, and then they have
the voice command, which will be kind of cool for a family. Like, Xbox, go to Netflix, whatever.
Yeah, but I feel like they made it as good as they could, and then whenever you buy it, it's not going to be as good as... It'll be like, Xbox, Netflix, it'll be like, Xbox... Did you mean Pornhub or something like that?
No, I think it'll work pretty good because as a next-gen console, I think it'll be a lot better than what we have. And I'm not saying it's a bad console at all. They're both going to be awesome. It's just as a gamer, and I'm probably going to have to pay for it myself, it's going to be my console. I'm not going to share it with my family. Like,
like your brother's like, hey, can I... Bam! I'll kill you.
Chop his nuts off. But no, it's going to be my console. And so what I want with that is gaming. I'm a gamer. That's what I want to do. Like, sure, I might watch Netflix, but I can easily access that with my controller just like I do now. I have no problem with that. And
PlayStation, I think the PlayStation Netflix is a lot better than the Xbox Netflix. Because, I think we were using Netflix on yours, and it's like, this is so confusing. Well, not confusing, but more complex. But anything that has, like, the worst Netflix thing, it's the Wii.
The Wii.
You're like,
there are
motion control.
Some things, there are even some things that the Wii, like movies, the Wii doesn't even have because it's older than. Yeah,
it can't even watch movies on it. You can't even put a movie in and watch it.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty gay. So, if you have been watching this entire hour as we summarize,
12 hours practically.
About 12 hours. If you watch IGN's, it was about 12 hours and 30 minutes. So we summarize that all in 1 hour. If you're still watching for whatever reason, or just listening or whatever, you open a new tab, then let us know who you think is going to win the console wars, who you want to win the console wars, which console you're going to buy, games you're looking forward to, just everything. It's E3. Let's go fucking ham. Video games.
It's
go.
E3, bitches.
It's E3, bitch.
And we hope you guys enjoyed, and if you want to see more, because we will have we might start doing this gaming thing every week.
Friday,
one video every week, probably the weekend. Yeah, it would definitely probably be the weekend.
Yeah,
because
somewhere.
like with school that would be coming back in August or whatever. We won't have time to do it like during the week and all this.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometime around here, and if you guys want to see us do this,
If you're still watching.
yeah, see us do like gaming stuff, like put down like, oh my god, you guys are so cool, and like put them down there, because you know that's how every one of our subscribers talks. They're crackheads and they talk like 6-year-olds.
Like Tobuscus.
Yeah.
So we'll probably start some Let's Plays on this channel in the future. Maybe not soon, but definitely on the next-gen consoles we will be shooting out videos. As well as this week, E3 week is a huge convention, huge things going on, so stick around. We will be just tossing out videos, summarizing everything, letting you guys know. Our videos aren't crazy, like you've probably been staring at a picture this whole time, but you're getting the basic idea. You don't need a visual to hear what I'm saying, so.
Just see what I'm saying. Fuck. Great, my life.
But yeah, we have tons of things planned for this channel, and there's much more to come, so
we just gotta
around.
get the stuff set up, and probably
Money.
one of us needs a car,
which I will be getting soon.
So we need to get like locations for videos
And skits.
If you guys want to see our skits, we have one up.
We have one skit.
It's not the best, but we wrote that in like an hour, maybe in like 30 minutes.
No, it was
or
like
an
15 minutes, and we just fucking pretty much jacked around.
Yeah.
And we're like, all right, let's record it. What could go wrong?
Yeah.
So, yeah. And like I said, we have things planned. We will be doing Let's Plays, gaming videos, basically anything. I'm not going to tell you guys everything because some of it's super secretive. So, yeah. But if you did enjoy the video, then
Like,
please
favorite, subscribe.
Like, favorite, and subscribe. There you go.
Yeah, and thanks for tuning in. This is Marcus.
And this is Bryce.
And we're Bam Origins, and we will see you later.
Peace out. Let the console wars begin.